coordinated. Now, coming back to when we reached Jammu, again there was zero media coverage, and that is something I feel really strongly about because we are living this. This is not. This was in 1947, where things were totally chaotic. This is 1990. There is mainstream media. Okay, there's no Facebook, Twitter, and things like that, but there is still mainstream media, and there was newspapers, there were local newspapers, but there was zero coverage, absolutely zero coverage, to the sense that in 1990 I was a first year medical student, and I went to Bhopal. For a few months I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue my medical studies, but then eventually we were told that we were being sent in batches to BJP governed states in the country where we would get to play. So me and two of my friends, we were sent to Bhopal Gandhi Medical College, which was very good. But then when I reached there, I realized that the rest of India has no clue of what's going on in Kashmir. Because here were three of us, and we suddenly landed one day in a new class, and people were looking at us and wondering why are these three people suddenly here? What's going on with their own medical college? And so that started off from there, and that's why I feel really sad about it, because no media, there was no media coverage. So rest of the country, which would probably have at least come to our help, or at least there would have been some awakening or understanding of what was going on in Kashmir, that was non-existent. And I felt really upset about it. So we had to really start from point zero. So one person to the next, we had to tell our story to each and every person we encountered since 1990. Whereas if there was some media coverage, at least the rest of the India would have understood what was going on and at least given us some help, or at least even a kind word. But that wasn't happening because no one knew what was going on. And this was replicated not just to me, it was replicated all across the country, because we went in different batches to various parts of the country and no one seemed to know. And so that was very shocking.
To Shafalika's point of media coverage and all, local newspapers did carry the threats that these terrorist organizations would have for us. They had the time, energy, money, resources to carry those threats in their local newspapers. The basic fact that the minority women were asked to wear a bindi, and that was all over the place. Those pamphlets and wherever that was circulated, that was okay because they wanted us to be identifiable, targeted, and noticeable, so that they know that these are Hindu girls. Those threats were carried openly. So it's not that media wasn't active there. Media was active to the selective few, or the people that owned the state at that time, owned Kashmir at that time. For us, media was nowhere. So whether it was within JNK or outside of JNK, media was nowhere for us.